Na podcast. Podcast with it.
Na podcast. Na motherfucking for the beep.
Nice. Really good. We're back on schedule again.
Back on track.
Back on track. And now even more so on track because we're joined again by Guy in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Guy is back in the chair.
You missed
Two
a couple of...
episodes?
Two.
Was it more than two?
Yeah, actually, it was 2.
Two, yeah.
Actually, I think it was 3.
Might have been 3. It
Might have
feels.
been
The point is,
4?
it's nice to have Guy in the chair back. So welcome back, Guy in the chair.
Yeah. You'll have some tasks today, I think.
Yeah, you missed a lot of work.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, to make up for lost time, you should probably provide us some type of content.
I think I need to skip another episode to catch up
Really?
with all the missed work.
Yeah.
Really?
There's a
That's-
big backlog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So you have nothing prepared content-wise?
Content.
Is that you?
Do you have any viral
indirect
content
saying
prepared?
That you have nothing prepared.
Me, I have always something prepared.
I have something prepared.
I have something prepared.
Ever since
COVID.
Since COVID, I've started to prepare shit. No,
Actually,
that's
no,
not
it's
true.
right at all. I
That's-
will say this, however. I have to call out our public transport again. Today was the worst
Really?
ever. Have you ever been hotboxed like a fucking? I don't even know how. Honestly, I can't even think of like a metaphor or
What was it?
comparison.
Was it the subway or?
It was the subway, and you know the green line.
Yeah.
The subway that we take is above ground, so it's like in the sun all day, and there's no air conditioning, no ventilation, no nothing. They pack us in there and heat us up like it's a fucking frozen dinner in a microwave, and they love it.
Yeah, and it was.
That's the worst part. They love it.
That's the messed up part that they actually love it.
They actually
But
fucking love it.
it is 31 degrees for the listeners at home.
It's
For the
incredibly
people
hot
not
today.
in Stockholm, it's
Yeah.
tropic shit. That's Montenegro
That's
levels.
that
almost.
Montenegro shit.
They're getting close.
They're
They're
getting
not
close.
getting
Not
that
quite
close.
there.
They're not
No,
there
not
yet.
quite
It's a
there,
good try
actually.
for
Yeah.
Scandinavia. But you must have been on the older trains because the new trains, they have AC.
This was a new train.
Then I don't know what was going on.
Man, I'm so
Now you're
happy I
happy,
got
huh?
you
You
like
like
that.
that I
Yeah,
was
because you're like,
right.
you must have been on an
You
old
mu-
train.
you like
huh?
that. You
And
got
then
off
I
of
got your
that.
fucking pussy ass.
That there must have been something wrong then with that train.
I think so, because it was the most quiet a train's ever been, you know?
Yeah.
And you could see people were weird, like, oh my God. I mean, honestly, I think it was a social experiment.
It did feel like we were being watched.
Yeah, honestly. They packed us in there like frozen dinners,
Yeah.
and then they watched us suffer.
Yeah.
They watched
For
us
some
slowly
sick pleasure.
thaw.
Yeah. You ever see that movie with the guy that kills people on the train?
Is that a movie?
Midnight. Look that
Midnight.
shit up again in the chair.
Are you talking about Train to Busan?
No. It's just search serial killer on train movie. Something like that. It's
Serial killer on train movie.
yeah, I think like Ryan Reynolds was in it.
Oh yeah.
It was something really weird like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's honestly all I had to say about that.
The midnight meat train.
Midnight Meat Train. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was
Ah.
it? Who was the good man?
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Oh.
You don't see him much nowadays.
No, you saw him in the movie Licorice Pizza. Do you remember that one? With the girl from
Licorice Pizza?
Haim, Alana Haim.
No.
Yeah, it's an indie movie that came out recently. Keyword indie movie.
I'm busy watching that fucking Top Gun Maverick.
Was that a good movie? I haven't seen
I haven't
it.
seen it. Didn't think you'd call me out.
I heard it was good.
I hear
Or
it's
was it
like-
ironically good? I don't know.
No. I hear it's unironically very good. Like
Yeah.
it's the perfect sort of action movie.
Tom Cruise is the GOAT.
Tom Cruise doesn't miss.
He
Except for
doesn't
that
miss.
time
We
he did The
established
Mummy.
that. We established that even before this movie was
Yeah,
out.
but now we have to also say that The Mummy, he missed.
The Mummy.
But that wasn't necessarily his fault.
No, it was the director's fault.
Yeah, and the studio, of course.
And everything else besides Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we gonna hit today? What are we gonna talk about? What's sizzling?
We got
43
tons of
Tiger
things.
style.
We have tons of things sizzling.
Yeah.
Number one,
Number one.
it's a sort of B&O again tonight.
It's a sort of B&O again. We're joined by another friend. Last
Yeah.
time we had a B&O after the podcast, and it was just you and I.
And now we're doing another B&O, you, me, and Dupree.
Dupree is joining us.
Yeah,
This
of course. The guy in the chair goes home to take care of little doggy.
working off that backlog.
Yes. Oh, speaking of little doggy, do you guys see the Will Smith apology video?
Did he do some for the slap, or
For the
did he do
slap.
something else?
Yeah, for the slap.
Oh, that's late.
It's quite late, and he was really like, I've only seen the clip at least where he's like, it's a really well produced apology video. First of all, we're talking like very like beautifully shot,
Like a
like
team went there
multiple
and did it
camera angles, and he's like, he starts it by saying like Chris hasn't allowed me to like apologize for or something like that. He hasn't like he phrased it in a way, or his team I guess phrased it in a way that was really good. It was like, Chris Rock is not letting me talk to him,
Okay.
so here I am doing it publicly. Chris, whenever you want to talk to me, like I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that, or like I will wait.
So
until
Chris
you're
doesn't
ready.
want to talk to him because Chris is pissed off.
I think it's more like, does he have to?
Does he? Does who have to do what?
Does Chris Rock have to talk to him?
No, he doesn't. But I'm just wondering why he doesn't. If it's because he's angry with Will, or
I think it's just like he doesn't need to. And it's like you did something so selfish, and like it was super wrong. Like it was wrong,
yeah.
and then like you got to go, move on and get your Oscar and blah blah blah. And then like, I mean, he really made him look like a bitch.
Yeah.
If someone made me look like a bitch like that on.
But he was going. Sorry, I'm usually more professional.
No,
than
you're
this.
actually not.
Who
Who was it?
It was. I don't even know who it was.
Look at the notification.
No, it's best if I don't.
Pick up the phone. Unlock it.
I did.
And actually, give it to me.
I cannot.
I'm serious, man. Give it to me.
I'm gonna look like a bad guy. Do you know who I clicked away?
Who?
My own mother.
And what did she say?
Nothing. I just clicked her. Hey, she was calling me, and I clicked.
Oh!
Wow.
You see what I do for the pod?
Yeah, actually, I'm proud.
Yeah.
Now go to your Instagram and tell
True.
everyone listening who your last searched account was.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
My last searched account.
Yeah, I'll do the same, unless it's too embarrassing, but I won't admit. You do the same, actually, Katie.
It's a very good forfeit.
Honestly,
Oh, mine's okay.
mine's local glimpse.
Wow! Shout out to
That's
Ben.
kinda
I'm
cute.
kidding. Yeah. Shout out to the host of this podcast, Venue Wise.
What? Oh,
Ven-
venue wise. I think
Venue-wise.
it's Pennywise.
No, Venue Wise.
I said, huh?
Pennywise too.
Yeah. Your turn, Katie.
Mine's just a pizza restaurant.
Was
Like,
it Goose Alley?
No, it's Gaza
Gaza. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
on Hornsgatan.
Yeah, you were saying some shit about going there.
Yeah.
Mine
So
was
interesting.
a streamer. That's it.
Okay, so we're all hiding something
So-
here.
yeah. So Katie went on a date at this pizza place.
Yeah, I clicked away a prostitute.
Yeah, and I don't know.
And you might have
So you
been
should-
telling the truth.
I was telling the truth.
Yeah.
What were we even talking about before you ruined
Will Smith, sorry for
Will Smith?
ruining
Oh yeah.
everything.
We don't have to dwell on that.
No.
Actually, he doesn't get the free publicity on the pod.
Mm.
I think that's the worst punishment we can.
No,
give
yeah.
to him.
We're not gonna give him that. We're not gonna
Yeah.
give him that.
How's the Wim Hof breathtaking?
The Wim Hof
and the cold showering.
The
Are you
cold
still
shower.
doing it?
The cold shower. I've been slacking. It's difficult to keep that one up. I'll have to admit.
I think it's really easy at this time of year.
Yeah, maybe. But the thing is that they suggest doing it in the morning, and that makes it difficult. Like I don't want to do that the first thing I do when I get out of bed. Although if I do manage to do it, it feels nice, but it's not the first thing you want to do.
No, not really. I did that today.
A cold shower after waking up.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it was nice, but the real test is going to be whether you can do it like in January
Yeah.
when when you've been dealing with the cold
Yeah.
for so long that you're just like wishing and you're praying for the day summer starts to get warmer.
Yeah.
And then you're just doing a cold shower in the morning. And then that ain't right.
Yeah, but at least you're boosting your immune system up until that point.
I guess so. But I still got COVID.
Yeah, but you didn't do the cold showers. But now
I
you're
didn't
not
do
gonna
cold
get.
showers.
Now you're not.
But I
gonna
was
get COVID.
ginger shotting.
Yeah, ginger. I can't speak about ginger shotting. I don't know enough about it.
Ginger shotting is real, man.
Yeah, real.
It's
real
real.
bad. Because you got COVID.
All right, just sit in that. Sit in that.
Can I edit this? You usually edit these videos. Can I edit this video?
You want to edit
I
this
want to
one?
edit that part out.
I don't think
I
you
want
can
to edit
handle it,
that
to be
joke
honest.
out. Do you want me to hit you with what I prepared or?
Yeah. Do that. Yeah, go ahead, because you were sort of bragging pre-recording, like how awesome your content.
I did not say that.
How awesome you prepared something. Awesome.
No, I said I'm gonna look up the content I prepared.
Okay.
Because I had to say it on my phone.
Well, I'm always open.
The thing is that on the last episode, I said that I went on a Bumble date.
Yeah.
Remember
With
that?
someone who tried to scam you out of.
No, I tried to scam that person out of money.
Right. Sorry, my bad.
Anyway, nothing happened there. It's not about that. It's about first date questions.
First,
and I wanted to
questions. You want to take me on a date? Oh my god!
I want to take you on a date and
Oh,
treat you
shit.
real well.
Okay,
Is
you're
what
gonna
I wanna
wine
do.
me,
I want to wine you. I
You're
want to
gonna
dine
dine
you.
me. and you're gonna 69 me.
you.
Yes, man, really
Exactly.
good.
No, I wanted to ask you guys because I have 10 perfect questions to ask on the first date to really get to know someone list.
Okay.
And maybe we can get your take, you and guy in the chair who's back.
I think that'll be interesting because, from a male point of view, I will have one opinion.
Yeah.
And from a female point of view, she will have a different opinion.
Yeah,
a wrong opinion.
And I'll just be
Andrew Tate style.
an Andrew
opinion.
Tate style of opinion. And I'll
Yeah.
just be summarizing what you guys think for the viewers and listeners at home.
Okay, this is really structured and really.
It sounds way more
I love
structured than
man.
it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't looked at these questions. So anyway, I'll just give you the question and then let's just wax on whether or not it's a good question
Poetic?
or bad. Wax poetic, if
Okay,
you will.
Sure. Right.
What makes you unique?
What makes me unique? Number one.
What kind of question is that, number one?
Yeah. Number one. What kind of question are you asking me? Number
Yeah.
two. What do you want? Number three. What's your angle?
So it's very hostile.
Yeah.
Number
to me.
4, is this a job interview?
Yeah. Actually.
Actually, yeah.
But okay. But what if
makes
you were
you
on a date and
unique?
this guy was more chill? He was like, like totally random question. Like I really don't want this to come off like I'm being like you're interviewing for a job, but like I think it's really interesting to talk about like what makes people unique. Like me personally, I think I'm unique because of blah 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 blah. And like
Yeah, if you can phrase it that way,
if you can phrase it in a more chill way,
give it a little bit of context, give an
Uh,
example, like what's unique about me.
preface a little bit the fact that you're not a weird guy.
Yeah, but definitely just asking that question without giving that sort of relaxing context that you did feels kind of high pressure.
Yes, it feels high pressure. And you know what? What's even more high pressure is that what if you don't really necessarily feel that you are unique?
It's true.
And then you're like, huh. Actually, it's funny.
That can sour the whole day.
Yeah.
I feel like it could fail too easily.
Yeah, it's high pressure because it's like if I don't think of something good, like what if I really like this person as well, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't really think of anything, and then they're like, oh, you don't think there's nothing unique about you then, and you're like, I guess not. It kind of reminds me of this. Have you seen Dave?
Dave?
It's
No,
the Lil Dicky TV show.
I have not.
You know Lil Dicky?
Lil Dicky, I know.
And you know he has a TV show.
Did not know.
You should watch it. It's really good.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, famously, Lil Dicky broke up with his girlfriend to pursue music.
Lil Mickey.
L-
Lil Dicky broke up with Lil Mickey. I can edit the podcast.
Yeah, you can. But he broke up with his girlfriend to pursue music, and then he goes on he takes a random girl back to his place, and he tries to recreate a moment with her that he had with his ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
And
shit.
of course they had a better rapport, him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they were doing this fun thing, and it was quirky, and they were going back and forth.
Yeah.
And then he did it with this other girl who was really boring,
Yeah.
and she was like, I don't know. And you could really feel it was such an awkward tension, and just it wasn't good. And they were because so right now I'm stalling to think what makes me unique.
Yeah, but okay, but that's such an interesting thing that you mentioned
Well,
because I've
thank
yes, you somehow said
Oh,
something
shit.
interesting. No, but the thing that he did, Lil Dicky,
Uh-huh.
like trying to recreate a moment with a different person,
Uh-huh.
I feel like I've also like done that, or I've been at the same venue with somebody who I had a great time with, and then with another person, and it's like not at all the same.
Yeah, and you're like, you play a game or something.
Yeah,
You know, and like, let's play this game. Or like look at this person. Like, what do you think they do?
yeah,
You
and-
know, and then like, and you people watching, like, oh, that person totally is like a hitman or blah blah.
Yeah.
And you're with some boring bitch who's like, like I don't know.
yeah, and
They're
it just
wearing
doesn't
a
play.
suit.
It just doesn't play out at all the way it did that time.
Exactly.
And that's depressing shit. I love
That's
that.
depressing shit. That's what that made me think
Yeah,
of.
no more of that depressing shit though.
Okay.
We're only
let's
on number
talk
one.
about some more depressing shit. What else can I
let's
bring up?
how about, unless we can, it's 10 questions, so we can also just move on, unless you have something to add to that, Katie, with that female
no,
POV.
I think it's the same. I think it, like I said, it could fail too easily with them just being like, I don't know.
We're in
and
a
it-
different mode right now
Yeah.
as well.
But it
I
also
think if-
kind of reminds me of when people do that thing where they're saying like, oh, like blah blah blah, like you won't believe what happened to me today, like guess, and then they're like, I don't know, and they're like, no,
No,
guess,
guess.
and
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know.
Your dad died.
Yeah,
Huh?
I hate that as well, and so
Yeah.
it kind of makes me think
Yeah.
like that. You know, you're like, oh, like I don't know anything on the spot, and they're like, no, like,
come on,
like
guess!
something,
That's
something.
fun, guess!
Yeah,
Guess, for crying out loudly, guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
It gives me that kind of vibe, which
I think if this was a question that came up like on a date, 4 or 5 drinks in,
Exactly. I was
There's
gonna say that.
there's something special there. It's like I have a tattoo on my cock.
Jesus.
That makes me kind of unique.
That
huh?
is special.
Yeah.
That is unique.
you're the kind of person that was waiting for and hoping they'd ask that question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you play it cool when they ask you. You know, you're
So basically, the verdict here, if I summarize it for the viewers at home and listeners,
Yeah, I guess so.
is
You-
that it's a high pressure question, but maybe after a few drinks, something interesting can come out.
Yeah, I think I'll say this. I think I'm good at seeing things from perspective.
Gary V style.
Gary V style.
Perspective.
Did you see that clip of him Frenching his dad? You see that
I
shit?
didn't see that.
Kind of check. You pull that shit up. Just write Gary V. His last name VEE.
Wrenching his dad.
Kissing his dad. That's-
Why is
'cause
that?
I saw this shit the other day and not the same. You have to see it.
Frenching his
That tells Gary V kisses his papa.
Nice.
Yeah, he did.
There's a lot of
he
love
legit
there.
kisses his papa on the fucking mouth, dude.
On the mouth.
Yeah, that's not all he does on the mouth, man. You
yeah.
gotta see this shit.
Some people do that. I don't know.
I mean, when I was a kid, I kissed my dad.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, that's
really-
kind of.
Yeah, because they were. It felt like an accident almost.
Yeah.
You know, like they were gonna kiss each other on the cheek, just like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then accidentally like getting on the lips, they start like
That's actually a little bit.
tongue starts coming out and shit. Oh my god.
That's a little bit.
It was
People
next
can do what they
level.
want, I guess.
Yeah.
And okay, let's go to number 2 then.
Yes, please.
This one is not okay. I'll still do it
Yeah,
for
it's
you
good though.
guys. What are some random fun facts about you?
Okay, so the same as the previous.
Kind of similar.
Fun fact about me: I got a tattoo on my cock.
Yeah,
You wanna see? Or
that was established
You
earlier.
wanna see or?
Don't think so. It is random though.
Right on. Yeah,
Uh-uh.
no, it's not a good one.
Yeah, we don't need to. Unless guy in the chair, if you want to give us
No.
that female POV.
It feels like a reworded version of the
Yeah,
first
it's not
one.
okay. Let's just go.
But it also feels even more like robotic, more
Fact.
unpersonal, because you're really like, what is name 3 fun facts about yourself? You can put the paper down, please.
Exactly. It feels a bit
When
rehearsed.
she says, I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then you go, wow, 3 facts about me.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that was gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah. Number 1, I love to party. Number 2, I'm a nice guy. Go on.
Powering through to number 3. What's something you want to learn or wish you were better at?
Wow, incredible.
They're trying to do that 43 Tigers
That's
Tigers podcast. The 43 podcast.
the 43 podcast,
Podcast.
right? Because when we
Type of
asked
shit.
if we should change the name to the 43 Tiger's podcast.
Yeah.
They said no.
Yeah.
So never repeat that again, please.
So sorry for the confusion. But yeah, so what are your spontaneous reaction to this question?
I think
I
it's
like
good.
that one.
Yeah, it's like rather than being like what did you do today, or like how was work?
Yeah.
It's like
How was your salad?
Yeah, how was the chicken? It's like do something a little bit unique, you know?
Yeah.
Like what's something you want to learn?
Is this a question you pull out in the first half of the date or second half
You
of the
can, you
date?
can do first half. Second half of the date is more reserved for like, what's your favorite doggy style?
yeah,
You know
that's
what
the
I'm saying?
last third, I guess.
What's your number
the
one
final,
sort of doggy style?
the final yard, I suppose.
Yeah, and then the first half is more like, be interesting. And that is interesting.
Yeah.
What is something you'd like to learn? Because remember, that was actually my
That's kind of similar.
New Year's resolution.
Was it for you to
Yeah,
learn?
or something like that. We'll have to go back
Yeah.
in the episodes
Check
and
the
check it out. And
archive.
yours was
Did I
complete
a task?
things.
Oh, yeah, follow through with
Follow
things.
through with things.
It was
See things
abstract.
to the end. Yeah, and also you made a bucket list.
Yeah. I need to revisit that bucket list.
Was that this year?
I don't know. See, this is a good question. You see how much
Crazy.
stuff is coming out of this question.
Yeah. Well, if I'm
It's like-
sitting with a random stranger on a date, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not like, what was your New Year's resolution actually?
what was it that you said
Yeah.
1 year ago?
Well, is the point for us to also answer these questions?
Huh?
Is the point for us to also answer the
I don't know. I
questions?
didn't get. See, it's not that structured as you thought initially. I don't know if we should answer these questions too.
I think they're. I think if they're interesting enough, we should answer them. And I
Yeah,
think that is interesting.
But that was flirting a little bit with that question that I asked you. The Greyhound. The Grey. What's the movie? Where
Palm
relives the whole.
Palm Springs,
No, the other one.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day. That's kind of similar to that question. Like when I asked you what
Yeah,
skill
that
you
is
would
similar.
choose.
And we did basically answer that. But that was also an episode where Guy in the Chair wasn't.
Yeah. What about
Here.
wish you were better at instead of something completely new that you want to learn? Something you
Oh,
already
you're
know?
altering the question. Altered Beast style.
I'm altering shit on
That's
the fly.
good. That's good. That's good
So
podcasting.
something,
right
something,
there, man.
something. Thank
Oh
you.
shit, that's good podcasting.
Something you can do today, but you wish you could do better,
Something you can do. I wish I
like
could do better.
cooking or.
I'm really good at cooking, so I don't wish that.
I think this question feels more personal
Yeah.
because it's more like something you do that like you wish you
Yeah.
would do better at.
Yeah.
Well,
you know?
well, I think that's the point
Whereas
of
the
a date.
first one is more lighthearted. Like you could,
Something
you
you,
don't
want
have to be
learn.
like super realistic.
Mhm.
It's like what's something
You
you
wanna
wish
learn. Yeah,
you could
yeah.
learn or you
Yeah.
wish you'd learned, and you can
Yeah.
kind of say,
Okay, let's add that part back to the question and feel free to answer. Anything
yeah.
goes.
Yeah, we're adding the wish you learn part.
Yeah.
But we already answered this as well at the
Yeah.
thing.
Also, the pressures on guy in the chair.
Pressures on getting the chair
Oh,
for
right.
for at least what's something you'd like to learn.
Another language.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, it's really hard as
Mm-hmm.
an adult. So
Yeah.
Yeah, something that you should have been doing as a kid,
Mm.
and then when your parents didn't teach you like their native language, everyone sort of loses out. Like how my mom did. She
Yeah.
didn't want to teach me Tagalog.
Ah, that would have been a unique.
That would have been a
If somebody asked you question number 1, what makes you unique? I
Yeah.
speak.
3 languages.
Tagalog.
I would have been Tagalog, Swedish, English. But then she didn't teach me. Yeah, that's good. How about something you want to be better at? Conversation, maybe? Just
Nice.
kidding.
Nice.
yeah,
It's a tough question. I don't even know what I would answer.
yeah. That's what I mean. It's
yeah.
more of like a personal. You have to
It's
think
nice,
of like
it's
what
nice.
you do.
Yeah, it's hard to
Nice.
it's hard to think of
It's
something.
a
on
good
the spot.
question.
Yeah. I think mine would be something like an instrument.
That
know.
you would a new instrument or
An instrument that I can play a little bit.
yeah,
That'd be like, sure, I'd like to be better at that.
yeah.
But then once you answer that question, it's so like, okay, and you go, oh, all right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could die out there, or it could be the start of something interesting.
Maybe you're like,
I always dreamed of Square Garden.
Yeah.
Rush Hour 3 style.
Well, I think that was Rush Hour
Rush Hour 1 maybe.
1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Rush Hour 1.
Yeah.
What if you're just like, actually, I think I'd really like to get better at eating pussy.
Could you
you know,
help
that-
me?
Yeah,
That's
maybe
what-
maybe you hit me with the assist.
That qualifies as a high risk move, I'd say.
I think so. But I think you
More
could also be a little
second half of
you
the
could be a little
date.
cheeky about it. Yes, if you ask it on the second half of the date, I think you say that shit cheeky style.
Yeah.
I think you're in. You're like, you know what? Like, oh, ha, 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 like, like
Yeah.
you cover your mouth. You
Yeah, that's
I like to
great
be
advice.
Better at eating pussy.
Okay. So basically, what do we think this is a good question at the end of the day?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Especially after you altered it.
Altered beast style.
Yeah.
Number 4 is not really a question. It's more like
Uh-huh.
the design of it. Now you're not getting anything, but I know I'm not making any sense. But basically, would you rather questions?
Okay. Oh, it just says "Would you rather" questions.
Yeah, in general, are
see.
those? It's a classic.
I think it's really good. However, wait, who is it that gets really annoyed? I think it's you, Katie. Like asking a "Would you rather" question and then changing it to make it harder.
Like once
Like, would you rather, do 500 jumping jacks or 500 push-ups? And
Yeah.
then you go, obviously 500 jumping jacks. And you go, oh, okay, well, how about 50,000 jumping jacks
or,
versus 500
or
push-ups?
when the person answering the question starts asking like, well, how many, in what way, what kind of push-ups?
Yeah,
And then it gets like all technical and like
yeah.
it's all ruined.
I think that shit is more in the company of the boys. Rather than
Yeah,
on a
I'd say
date.
it's more like a friendly conversation.
Uh,
Like, would you rather do this thing or that thing?
But I think it's just like if you ask that on a date, you could really like, because I think people get like annoyed at this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if they're like, oh, and what if I'm trying to be fun and I'm like, oh, would you rather, fucking suck off a dog or,
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
like, what's wrong with you, man?
It's an icebreaker.
It's an icebreaker for sure.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it unless I had a good one
Yeah.
that I knew 100%
Yeah.
is like
A hit.
a hit.
Every time.
Yeah, that people are like, they cheer when I asked it,
Yeah. Yeah. Then it has to be a really good one, I guess.
It has to be a very good one.
So basically, do we approve or disapprove?
I think we give it a thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, I think so. Number 5 is know any good jokes?
No.
This is from One Love, by the way. The website's called One Love.
Yeah, I have 2 jokes that I think are good.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't tell any jokes on a date.
you wouldn't
I would never tell a joke on a date. I'd never be like, hey,
like a proper joke.
yeah.
It's
"Hey,
like
listen to
different
this."
than like if you just told a joke as well. It's you're there being like, so, you know any good jokes?
After I told a joke.
No,
I-
it seems like it's just out of.
I think it's a good question because it's such a random. Like, by the way, do you know any good jokes? And it's like, I don't know. I never remember any jokes. And then you're like, me neither. I just know this one. And then you pull one and it's like, oh, that's what it could be fun.
Yeah, okay. The way you described it made me feel a little bit better about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it is a little fun. And if they go like, no, no.
Because usually you remember like maybe one joke and you're like, the only joke I remember is like this one from like 10 years ago. And then they pull
What is it? What's yours?
Me.
Yeah, you.
It's, I know, but I know it in Swedish.
Okay, you can.
Oh, wait. Let me see if it works in English. Maybe it's not dependent on that. Oh, God. No, I'm going to butcher it. But it's basically...
I can go for it.
It's basically a tomato crossing the road.
Very nice.
And then it gets run over by a car. And the other person says,
Oh.
well, come on then, ketchup.
There are 2 tomatoes
Yeah,
walking across the
yeah,
street.
Yeah. And the other...
And one of them gets run over.
Yeah, and then the other one says, come on, ketchup.
Yeah, come on, catch up.
Yeah.
Really, really
You wanna
bad.
meet again, maybe? I had a good time.
What?
This is me asking for a second date after that
I
question.
I see. What would you as a girl say if someone said that to you? Do you know any good jokes?
Probably, I don't know. It's hard to think of them on the spot.
And then what if he then told you a joke?
And then it would depend if I laugh or not. Or
Okay.
if I'm like, oh.
So if it's good, you're like, okay, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And if it's like, okay, you're like, what are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can. Okay, I have a joke.
Yeah.
A plane crashes, right, on an island in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And, the survivors, there are a couple of survivors, and everyone's starting to, like, sort of band together and find all these, like, supplies and stuff, and they're doing all these,
Yeah. Hello?
Hello, you ring the doorbell and open the door?
I just like the attention.
I know.
I just wanted to make a nice abrupt cut in your...
Okay, no, we don't cut the show. Never.
This stays
No.
in forever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, can we have some?
Yeah.
We were. Should I go to the next question?
Yeah, go to the next question, because my joke is racist.
Yeah.
So maybe I shouldn't say it.
The question is, what's something that bugs you? And then we react like, is that a good first date question or is it a bad question?
Oh.
I think it's a bad question just because it's like, what bugs you? But if you ask, what is an ick for you?
Yeah.
But that's
That's
similar.
good.
This is similar to what is an ick for you.
Yeah, but then it's good.
What bothers you? Like, I
What
wouldn't
bugs
want to be with a person that's so negative. Like, why would we talk about that?
Uh-huh.
what are
Ah.
things
I
you
would
don't
directly
like?
think,
Think
interesting.
that's not my vibe. 'Cause
Yeah.
I want to talk about fun
Uh-huh.
stuff, and deep stuff shouldn't. It's not necessary for deep stuff to be like negative. It could be like a mix.
That's
So-
that female point
That's
of
the
view.
female point of view because
Do you agree?
Yeah.
I didn't think of that at all.
Yeah, it's
I was
just
like,
asking like what stuff you don't like instead of what stuff like do you like.
wait. How about the other questions? Have they all been sort of negative?
I don't
No?
know. I don't know.
No, it was
No.
what makes you unique.
Yeah.
What's something special about you?
But
blah,
it
blah.
can be
Okay,
fun
okay.
to discuss that type of shit. Like, don't you
I
hate it
think
when
so, yeah.
guys do this?
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's like after 1 hour, like second date stuff. Just
Yeah.
when you know their vibe and their,
Yeah, we were
if
talking
they're
about that.
sarcastic, if they're fun, then you can just joke about it. But if they're like, I fucking hate, they're like angry, I'm like, oh, what the
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I hate women's rights.
yeah, like,
And like-
oh, that's good.
Yeah,
to know, though.
like women drivers.
You need to say that for the second half
Yeah.
of the date.
Yeah,
At
but then it's
least.
kind of good to get that shit out of the way, right? If you're like, what bugs you? You're like, oh my god, like, the Koreans are so bad, you know?
Yeah.
And then you're like,
But is
okay,
it-
holy shit, man.
But when you go on a first date,
Yeah.
do you play it a bit safe in the beginning, or do you try to like
Oh no. no way.
start off fun immediately?
I just show my crazy side, my like genuine crazy side, and
Right.
then if they run, they run.
Yeah.
It's never happened.
So you don't start with like, how was your day, or
No,
yeah.
never.
Yeah, I think that's like wasting time.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
like,
tend to go for guys that love crazy girls. So they're like calm themselves. So they're like they have like hard eyes, like wow, she's so cool. They're just calm. So
yeah. I don't think guys have the same privilege of being like. I
Being,
think like,
being crazy from the beginning.
Yeah, on the first date. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
like please, fucking God, like go on a second date with me. Like
Yeah.
please, I'll do anything. I'll pretend to be whoever you want me
But
to be.
that's
I don't
funny.
care.
Like, if that's the first thing you say.
that's cute though. I think.
Really?
If a guy
No.
tries,
It's-
not like if
Oh,
he's
if
like
he
a
tries,
different
I see.
person, but if he tries to be on his good best like behavior.
It
But
works
if he
when
goes
Richard
like,
says it.
but if he goes like, I will literally be anybody you want me to be. Just go on one more date with me.
No, that's cringe. Like one time
Cringe.
on a guy with this date, on a date with this guy, and he was like so calm, nice, fun, and then after like 5 drinks, he just turned into a whole different person. I was like, "What's your zodiac sign?" He's like, "I'm a Gemini." I was like, "What?"
Oh,
Nah.
So he was crazy when he drank, and then I was like, "Let's give him another chance." He was nice, and then same thing happened.
oh,
like,
Gemini
just
because
like just like switching when he drank, he just became like another person.
because he's two different people. Gemini.
Yeah, that was a joke. Like I think he has serious alcohol problems, but
Oh, right
you
on,
could
yeah.
think that if you
It's a
love
different type of joke.
astrology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's also good to get drunk with somebody like
I love that.
right away, and then it's like if they're like a really angry or mean drunk or like really crazy or like really like loving, then you know like, oh, this is how you are when you're like this, and like
Super red flag.
Uh-huh.
That is.
Or green.
Why?
Oh, no, if they're like very loving and
Oh
very like
yeah,
fun.
of course. Yeah. If they just become like a more fun version of themselves, I love that.
Let loose. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But if you're crazy from the beginning, how are you in the end? Are
Do you mean me myself? Or do
Yeah.
you mean like, I think I've asked people because I had this conversation.
You ask how was your day at the end of the date instead. It's like reversed.
Yeah. I actually had this conversation a few days ago with my friend, and I asked her, I was like, am I crazy when I get drunk? Or like, she's like, no, you're like a more fun version of yourself. So that's, that's what I aim at.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I
And
also feel like
what
don't
about
need
you
it.
guys? Are you, because I have been drinking with you, and I think you were fun.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
one time though, so.
Only
Yeah.
one time. It depends. I think if we're out in a public place, it's one type of like trying to have fun person, and if you're like at a
Yeah.
home party, then it's like no one here is like, there's no stranger here to judge me,
Exactly.
so I'm gonna let loose.
Mm.
Thoughts?
I thought
Thoughts?
elegantly put.
Thank
Yeah, I also think that every now and then you just get fucked up, and then your friends take care of you. That's fine. Like,
Yeah.
but then you have to choose your
Except
moments.
me.
You can't be like fucked up when you meet someone for the first time and drink together. It's,
I'm only good when I get drunk, except for when I was like 18, 19, 20,
true.
21,
Couldn't handle it.
22,
But would you
23,
would you
24.
I think I see the pattern.
No, when I was younger, then it was
You're
really
like,
like
last week I quit, so now I'm fine.
Would you when you go on a first date, do you want it to be with alcohol? Would you go on a coffee date?
No,
Do you
I
prefer
wouldn't.
any
Yeah, I prefer that.
the alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
why?
I'm
But
a
why for
party-
you?
Sorry, why?
Because she's
Why
a
for
party
you
gal.
specifically?
Because I am a party queen. Like, I love to party. I hate the
Yeah.
word queen, but I didn't know, like, I'm not a girl, I'm a woman, so let's do queen.
That's true.
Yeah, I love that. Like, why not? And it doesn't have to be like crazy party. Let's go to Spy Bar. It can be like, let's have a glass of wine, and then if I hate them, then I'm like, thanks, bye.
Yeah.
Sopranos pinball, yow.
Yeah.
I think, I think, for me, a coffee date is no, because I think I would be so nervous to.
Oh, and
Now-
the caffeine. Like,
No, I'm actually. I think, like I don't.
Immune.
I don't even
I-
drink coffee.
I don't get affected by caffeine at all.
Oh, what?
Not at all. Like yesterday, we came home and I was like, oh, I have a little bit of a headache,
Yeah.
and I was like, it was at like 10 or something. I had a coffee because like I heard that like a little bit of caffeine can help with a headache.
Oh.
Anyway, I think for me, I'd be nervous to talk to someone like on a date. So I'd be like, I need to be in a social place, and there needs to be alcohol involved, or I'm gonna be like,
But that's exactly why I sometimes like a coffee date.
Because-
Because
but
I want to
you're
see
confident.
how you are without any
yeah, but you're
help.
confident enough
True,
to
true,
do that
true.
shit.
Yeah.
But maybe
Maybe.
that's not like first date then though.
Second
Like
date.
it's
Second.
important to know that you can still like have a good time with them.
Yeah.
When
Of
there's
course.
not alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe not first date.
Agreed.
The thing is that is like not my problem, because I don't get nervous at all. Like meeting people, I don't even remember the last time I got
I'm sorry.
nervous. It's for me. It's starting to be like, why am I not getting nervous? Like I miss that,
Oh.
so I don't.
There's
I haven't
pressure
felt
when
that
you're
in
nervous.
so long. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Like,
Yeah, but I think it's different when it's one-on-one.
yeah.
Like if
True, of
like
course,
what if
yeah.
you were to go on a date with like George Clooney, and then you're be like, so Mr. Clooney, you're
How was
pretty
your
old,
day?
huh?
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't feel that.
Really?
I just talked to I was at a concert, and then I managed to like get backstage, and then I just hung out with Erik Prytz. I just had a conversation
I
with
saw
him.
that on
I was sober. I was like, hi.
Uh-huh.
He's like, hey.
That's good.
Yeah,
I didn't
but
care.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Balls
but
to steal.
my friend was like, what the fuck? I was
Uh-huh.
like, why? I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Like maybe there's something. Maybe I should challenge that. Just do stuff that makes me nervous more. Because
If there is something that
Just
makes you,
jumping
maybe
from
you're
it.
immune to nervous.
maybe.
That's-
only when it comes to
Immune to
people.
nervous.
Like of course I get nervous doing other stuff. Like but with people I don't get.
Mm.
So I'm not.
Well,
like a
then I don't
robot,
know what the
but-
challenge is.
Sorry?
Then I don't know what the challenge is. Like, what would be a challenge to challenge your?
Maybe jump from a building, like bungee jump, I would die.
But you said, oh, okay, but that would make you nervous.
Yes.
Okay,
100
'cause you
like,
said
now
people.
I'm getting sweaty thinking about it, like heights. Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. As I get older, I think heights affect me a
know.
little bit more.
Almost like roller coasters. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I
but
don't- I
it's
wasn't
because
scared
but it's
before.
because you're like now I'm like, oh,
I
death
could
would
fucking die. You know?
I could die. Yeah, yeah. And when you're a kid, you're like,
You
I
don't
don't
realize
die.
it.
Like I'm a
Yeah.
kid, I don't die.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Can I ask the next question?
Yeah. What is this, number 2 or 3?
7.
207.
What's the most embarrassing thing you can remember that happened to you?
What is the most embarrassing thing I can remember?
But
Number
that's
one, the
difficult. It's
question
hard
is
to
good.
remember.
Dating wise or just in general?
Anything
general.
awkward moment in your life.
The question is good, first of all.
But it's hard to think. Like if I'm trying to think of an answer now, it's hard to like find the most awkward one.
But if this is like a first date, am I just going like, oh, I shit my pants on the subway
Yeah.
yesterday?
yeah.
Or
Mine, mine involves a micro penis. I have one.
You have one.
I
Mine
have
too.
a story about that.
Oh,
About the
I thought you
micro-penis.
said it.
Yeah, I have one. That
Well,
was-
that's not so embarrassing for you.
It was awkward because I was like, I'm sick.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think on a first date that's okay because it's like, oh, haha, it's
It wasn't
funny.
yeah, it was the first day. I was like, oh.
But that's funny.
Actually, it was the second date, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyway, but that's still funny.
It is funny.
But saying something,
Not for
but
him
saying
though,
like,
but yeah.
but like you pissed yourself at your like
Oh.
at your
Yeah,
job.
no.
yeah,
That's like-
it needs to be a funny awkward moment.
Yeah.
Not a pathetic.
Yeah, that's the
One.
difference. Pathetic. awkward.
yeah.
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 I don't know.
Like you fell down or like your friends pulled down.
I think I
Oh, that's
always
funny,
do
actually.
stuff like that. Like I have to.
Like has anybody ever pulled your pants down in front of people?
No, I have pulled my shirt up.
Well, that was your
multiple
choice.
times. Yeah.
That's what. Did people do that in your school too? As when you were a kid?
Pull
Yeah,
people's
they did
pants
that.
down. Yeah.
Like you would just stand around and chill, and then somebody would come from behind and pull down your
Why?
short.
Yeah, especially because when we went to school, it was trendy to have your jeans hang really low.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it was like it's so easy to just go back and like
Kids are mean.
kids are
They
mean.
are.
Kids are assholes.
That's
Except for
funny,
me.
but also traumatizing for some.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most embarrassing. No.
So hot in here. I'm dying.
Yeah.
It's
today's
getting
not a day.
hot in here.
Yeah. So I choose to wear like long sleeved stuff. On
Yeah.
the warmest day.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Yeah. I'm nice and breezy.
I like this one. I'm just gonna skip one ahead just because I like this one and we don't have so much time left, so I want to see what you think.
Yeah.
Go on.
Who are the special people in your life?
Special like
Like special
Do
people.
you think this was fun or what?
No, it's not fun. It's just,
This is the worst question.
This
it's a
pod?
good
Oh, no, this question.
it's a good question.
it
I think it's a good
Yeah,
question
of
because like the special people in my life are, but then like okay, let's say we're on a first date. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, my mom, Tio, Stefan, and you're like, who are these people?
Yeah,
or
but yeah.
is it kind of like, oh, who are these people?
Okay, so let's do another version of it. So would you rank like family, like siblings, parents, girlfriend, friends? How would you rank them in a fire? Like who would you save?
Girlfriend's parents can
No,
fucking
no,
die.
no, not girlfriend's parents.
Girlfriends
Girlfriends.
or parents.
Girlfriend, parents, siblings, dog, or like pet, and then friends,
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
and then like also cousins or something. Like just put that in.
Oh, my
Yeah.
cousins are 100% dead. So, no offense. Like,
Yeah.
like they're great, all of
Yeah.
them. Super good dudes. And I have like 30 cousins in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So, like, I have more cousins. Like, no offense,
You
really.
can you can spare a few.
Yeah. I think
You're gonna say parents first. That you save your parents first.
Yeah.
it would be a really tough choice between my parents, sibling, and girlfriend. So I would think my mom weighs maybe like 50 kilos. She's a very small woman. So that's one arm like this, honestly.
Yeah, but that's
No?
that's cheating. It's just
That's cheating.
this is not supposed to be like easy. It's supposed
Okay.
to be hard.
God, I'm
So
not going to have
who
an
have you
answer.
known the longest? You've known your parents.
My
the
mom I've
longest.
known for quite a while, yeah.
I think I would.
You
say
go way
my
back.
parents first.
Yeah.
Or maybe would I? Because they're old. They're getting
But
old.
they're old. It's also my dad's
My
birthday today.
sibling, she's like my age, like, why wouldn't I save her? You know, that's
Yeah.
think about age. Your grandma, fuck that. 'Cause
Yeah, yeah.
I love her,
She's
but
super
she's
fucking
so
dead.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could literally
Think
die
about age
tomorrow.
also.
Yeah. Then it's more a better investment to save your sibling, your
Yeah.
brother,
Or is it a better
Yeah.
investment?
or I don't know.
Do you
Investment.
get money?
Okay.
It's- oh, it depends. It
Yeah,
depends on
Tio-
the,
And
Tio-
you and your
Yeah.
you and your sibling could be like, woo, let's
whoever,
go.
whoever is the richest and youngest
Yeah, yeah,
is
exactly.
the one that
That's
I
why
save.
Tio gets saved first. I
Yeah,
make
Tio is a good
I make sure he
investment.
knows that every goddamn day of his
I'm also
life.
saving Theo. I've never met him.
Yeah,
Hi,
of
Theo.
course. Yeah, I think honestly, from that perspective, my mom and dad would be so like, they would feel so guilty, and they would
Yeah.
feel so like shit that I let like Katie die in a fire.
That's the thing. The people left, would they just kill you for just not saving like people, so you would die anyway? Like, you know, different
It's a
perspectives.
difficult situation.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
But
it's
I feel
too
like
tough.
who would you say rank first?
I would rank parents, sibling, friends, boyfriend, cousins.
Yeah, I would do
Cousins
the
first.
exact same
Because the thing
order.
is, boyfriends, like I've known them, like friends are friends. Like,
What
I
about
couldn't kill them.
husband? If it's not a boyfriend, it's a husband. Does it
If
change
it's a
anything?
new husband, then I could get another one. If
That's
it's an old one that I've known for like, if we have children together,
Yeah.
Ah,
they go up, right?
Mm.
If we
yeah,
don't,
that's true.
fuck that, you know.
Uh huh. I think I would feel the same, except
Except cousins, you would not kill them.
no, cousins are so gone. It's not even funny. But I think, of the three of us here, I'm the only one who's like been in a very long-term relationship.
Yeah.
So I think parents' relationship and then my friends. Right now, that's how I
course.
feel.
And
But at the
then
same
you
time,
have
I'd be like,
you have a dog also, like.
oh, you fuck him,
No.
fuck him.
Would you kill him first, or say like cousins?
Here's an ick of mine. If I was talking to a girl on a date,
Yeah,
and they're the type of person to think that dogs are better than humans, I'd be like, you're obviously fucking brain dead. Like there's not much going on inside you. So like I think we're just done here.
I
Yeah.
actually agree.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
I love dogs, and
a dog
not
didn't
like-
invent penicillin.
yours did. How
Mine?
do you know? Maybe
Yours
he's
could.
Like,
Maybe this is the
Could.
one that
penicillin
could.
dog in Dogland,
Yeah.
In
and
Dogland.
he goes around. He's like, Richard's so fucking stupid. You know.
Oh no,
walks around.
this guy fucking eats shit. There's no way someone who eats
Literally.
shit smarter than me, right?
He's like, I don't even want to be on Be Real, but he keeps taking pictures of me,
That's
and then
true,
I'm like,
I do.
oh, so cute.
That's true, I do.
Yeah.
He's on my B-roll a lot. I think just for content. That's
The
good.
only time you talk to him
He's on B-roll, yeah.
to take a
That's
picture.
true. Yeah. Also, when I take him outside because you're too lazy to do it. Yeah.
I walk him every day.
Oh yeah. Your dog.
Save
you
this
walk
for
your
after the
dog?
pod, guys. This is where.
Jesus. And also, Amir's not a dog guy,
No,
so I think dog is really far down on your list.
dog is do whatever you want
Yeah,
with him.
same, actually. I don't have a dog. Like my family has a dog, but I don't like. It's cute, but I wouldn't. I just want to pet it sometimes, and then I'm
And
like,
take pictures.
That's fine. Yeah, take pictures, and then I'm like, oh.
How about you, Katie? Because you're much more like invested in dogs. You've had dogs your whole life.
Yeah.
Like, does Hero really get a place above me?
No. But
Fuck
I mean,
yeah.
that's the point. I'm like super like a dog person,
Mm-hmm.
but I would never be like, yeah, like I think dogs are smarter than people. Like that's stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if my friends would save their dog before me in a fire,
Yeah.
I would question whether or not we're
Of course.
actually friends. I'd be like,
Quality of your
that's
friendship.
so fucking awful of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This dog's gonna die in 5 years. I got at least 30.
Exactly.
30.
Yeah, I'm 28.
I think you got more. I think you have.
I said at least.
At least.
Yeah,
I'm
at
trying to
least,
be
yeah.
careful.
What would you do if you were on vacation with let's say your parents, and you're in the same hotel, but you're in 2 separate rooms next to each other, and you meet a girl there?
Oh.
Do you take that girl back up to the room?
First, I take her to the reception and I ask the staff, how soundproof are the rooms? Seriously, I need to know 100%.
Yeah.
Think this would.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I mean, you could be very quiet. But at the same time, what if it's a waiter or something? Like, and you're there with she works at the hotel and you're there with your parents and you're like,
Why would
like
you not trust
parents,
it?
could you just maybe call it an early night tonight, guys? Like I see you guys are
Yeah.
pretty tired, so
That's a sticky. When you were younger and you lived with your parents, did you bring boys
Yeah.
home?
Yeah.
Did you feel awkward, or did your parents feel awkward?
I always had boyfriends, so I introduced them all like.
Oh, you
of
would
course.
say this is
Yeah,
my.
I wouldn't just bring randoms. I didn't do that.
No.
well, that was your question,
I had a
right?
lot of
Yeah.
boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot. No, like I think I introduced when I was living at home, maybe 3, 4.
Mm.
They were like, "Hi."
Yeah.
I think that's part of why I can't do that. Like, I think it's enough to introduce my parents to a girl. Like, I can maybe do it like 3 times in my life, just because I hate that feeling of merging like relationship with my family
Why?
because it's so awkward. I think I know you agree.
Oh, you. I
know you agree.
I
That's why
haven't
we're
even done
friends.
it yet in my 29
Yeah,
years
yeah.
of
That's my
life.
favorite thing to do.
I think
No.
it's
I
so-
love to like
That
have
is-
my parents approve and be like, "Love him."
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Love
I mean, sure. But at the same time, it's like that's such a stressful feeling, and it's such an awkward thing to like bring home a girl and be like, so this is
Do you,
Katie.
do you think it's different because you're guys, like
Yeah.
guys, or do you think that it's different because you have like a different relationship with your
Different
parents than I
because
do with mine?
We have a different
Yeah.
relationship
Because
with our parents.
I had like best friend relationship, like not like crazy, but like I talk to them all the time.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not us at all.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. I would always say like, "This is my friend," and then my parents would be
Yeah.
like,
What?
"Okay,"
Friend, huh?
and we both know that we
yeah,
both
yeah.
realize
You
what's
don't wanna
going
talk
on, but we
about it.
both play along as if we're that dumb. Like, "Yeah, this is my friend who spent the night in my room."
Yeah, and then cut to
okay.
you fucking giving it to her from the back,
Oh my god.
holding her hair like this and giving it to her from the back.
Yeah, yeah.
Your parents in
exactly.
the next room sleeping, and like
They're like,
such good
"Yes,
friends.
That's good friend. I'm so
Yeah.
happy that he has such
Yeah,
good friends
such a
in his
nice
life.
friend, our boy Amir.
He has
Yeah.
a lot of friends,
Yeah,
right?
it's like
Yeah.
we're both living in denial.
Oh, were you friends with Julia as well? And she goes, Julia?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, it's too awkward for some reason.
Yeah, I think, but it's because, I mean, I would say it's because we have foreigner parents, but so do you.
Yeah. Me
So,
too.
so,
Yeah, you're
so I
half,
don't know what
right?
it
My mom's like,
depends on, right?
Malin, why are you wearing
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never ever talked to my hands up if you ever mentioned the word sex to your parents.
No.
I meant it the
My
opposite
mom
way,
listens
like-
to my podcast.
and that's a really
and my
bad
dad
move.
was like, "Hi, I've decided not to listen to your podcast.
That's good.
I hope that's okay." I'm like, "Yeah, it's okay." Mom's like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh my god, bitch, fucking love with you, bitch."
Yeah.
Calls you a
She
bitch.
has a crisis right now, so I think she's like want to be young and I don't know. So she's
Aw.
very cute right now. She's like, "Oh my god, who was the worst person you had sex with? You told me in the you told it in the podcast. Can you tell me?
Wow.
'Cause you did the beep." I was like, she's like, "Oh my god, I knew it."
Uh-huh.
And then prior to like when I was younger, before I turned 18, she was like, "I don't want to talk about sex." Very like la la la. She just switched. I don't know what happened.
Huh.
So it's nice.
Wow.
This is more nice, I think, than it being like very strict and be like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting
Yeah.
shit.
So you haven't talked about this with your parents? Not even like when you were young and bees and what do you call it?
No.
Blommor och bin.
Oh, the birds and the
No,
bees.
no, no.
Yeah.
We skipped that conversation.
No, skip the
That's
conversation.
why they're like, "Oh, he only has girlfriend."
But-
Like friends.
yeah.
But one time I was just at a random age, like 23 or something. I was going out, and then my mom was just like, "Be careful. I don't want to be a grandparent too early." And then like close the door, and that was, and then that's the only thing that's ever happened in my life where we ever talked about it. It was just a random statement one time.
Yeah, I think. But how old were you?
I don't know, like it was in my early 20s.
Okay.
And
yeah.
it's like-
Then they understand. Like, oh, he's
Yeah.
going out and like.
Yeah,
talking
and I
to
was like,
girls.
and then close the
And
door.
he goes, shut up! Shut up, bitch!
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
no talk about that.
Yeah, maybe something like that has happened for me too. But no, I think that's one of the circles of hell. Talking to your parents about sex.
But are you gonna do the same to your kids, or do you like regret how they treated
Oh,
you?
interesting.
Interesting. No, I know. I think I'll just be more like professional. You know.
Professional with your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. About sex.
Oh.
About sex. I mean, I'm not gonna be like. They're not my friends in that regard. Where I'm
Okay.
like, bro, like, this
I
one
think you
time
should.
your mom
Like,
was
maybe there's a
going nuts on me, bro.
I don't know about that. Like for me, I wish they talked more about that because I was so scared to ask. And my friends, they got pregnant and they like could like ask their parents, and some of them they couldn't. So I just went with them, and like for me, stuff like that didn't happen. But I wish I had someone to call when I was like in a ditch, drunk. That was like the worst.
True.
For me. I was so
Yeah.
scared to call them. And
True.
then we
And
had
I-
my
yeah.
best friend's mom. We always called her. She was the best, you know.
And I would be proud if my kids were doing something
Yeah.
really stupid like that, and they called me. They're like,
Yeah, I wish.
"I'm really fucking stupid, but I need your help." I'd be like, "Good, like thank you for calling me."
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would never do that to my parents.
Same.
Yeah.
I would never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. Like I am gonna be like that with my kids. I've decided that.
The way you are with your mom now, you're gonna
Yeah.
be the same way.
Yeah, just open and be like, just call me if you fuck up. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm,
but
I'm
we've
not
also
gonna be
grown
mad like people fuck up, and then just be safe. You know.
But we're also a completely different generation.
We
Like,
are. Yeah.
I think back in the day, if my dad talked to his dad about feelings, I think maybe he would have kicked his ass, called him a pussy. But then, so that's like how they grow up.
Yeah.
But
True.
but you know, we're different.
We're different. And now we need to get going because we're gonna meet up with Dave.
Yeah, we're gonna be late, huh?
We're gonna be
It's
late.
kind of
if
nice
we
to be
don't.
fashionably late, though.
Yeah, it's nice to be late. Are
Yeah.
you always late, or are you on time, or are you early when you go to places?
My whole life I've been in time, like crazy in time. Like,
Really?
yeah. And then something happened, like I think 4 years ago. I just started working on myself. I went to like a, how do you say, psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And then I just like worked on myself, and I became so chill, so like chill and nice that now I can't be on time. Something happened, like boom. My dad was like, the same thing happened to me already. Now I can. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm becoming my dad. So he's like not on time. But now the past months, I think I'm doing better because I'm with a guy that he's not on time. So if a person is not on time, you become on time. And if a person, you know, the opposite.
Yeah. You
You
adapt.
just adapt to the situation. So now I'm just like becoming better.
That's good. That's progress.
Yeah, Amir's always late,
What about you? Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah, but
Oh, you are?
but I'm better these days.
Yeah, a little
Why?
bit.
A little
Why?
bit. Why? What? Why I'm late all the
No,
time?
why are you better?
I don't know why I'm better. I guess I started to realize, damn, it's shitty to be late all the time.
Huh?
It just took a while.
You just had to put up with this
Yeah.
throughout the years.
Only took you like 8 years. To figure that out.
just
Oh,
woke-
you want time.
I just
You're
realized
right in
that-
the middle, right?
I think if I
You're mostly on time.
if it's a chill thing, like a party, I'm not gonna be there like,
True.
you know, 1,800 hours. I love
Yeah.
it. But if it's if it's a thing I need to be there for, I'm 10 minutes early.
Oh, of course, like jobs. Of course, I'm on time.
But like meeting
chill
friends
stuff.
as well. It's like I'd rather be early, and then I have to wait for you rather than you have to wait for me, because otherwise I'm gonna be there. I'm like, God, fuck, like I'm sorry, like I'm so shitty.
But I also hate waiting.
I'd rather do it. I'd rather wait for someone than they wait for me.
Yeah.
That's
That's
good.
nice, yeah.
That's actually real good.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's the podcast. We had an unexpected guest, so that's pretty chill.
Special guest Malin.
Special guest Malin Marjam. Her socials will be in the description. Description, yeah,
Yeah.
on the video, on the YouTube video at least. You'll find her there. She has a podcast. It's in Swedish. If you're in Sweden and you listen to Swedish, then you can totally listen to it. It's about sex, drugs, rock and roll, but you know, go give it a listen. This is
Also,
the,
if you don't talk Swedish, you can just look at me because I'm on YouTube also.
that's true. You can just watch a 30-minute video of her.
40.
Yeah.
40
And
minute video of
practice
her.
your Swedish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
True. Anyway, that's it. We'll see you very soon. The 43 podcast. I think we're gonna try to get some kind of special guest on next week if he can, but otherwise it won't happen because he might be tired from his trip,
Oh.
and maybe she will also be tired from her trip.
I did have a thought the
Wow.
other day of if you didn't have Stefan and then the guest comes back and there's
Together
been-
with Stefan.
No, and there's been no guest since.
Oh yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's true.
That would have been
But we would
pretty
have
good.
them 2 guests, and then our 3rd guest would be the 2 of them together. Anyway, the 43 podcast. Bye.